Hi guys, it's Jenna over at the Long Island Alzheimer's and Dementia Center. I work in respite, and today we'll do words associated with beach theme. Since it's getting nicer out and it's springtime and we're rolling into summer pretty quick, and it only makes sense we talk about the beach. So we'll just do words associated with the beach, but I'll wait and give some time for people to come and play along. In the meantime, I'll look to see if I can get the comments up here until somebody joins. I'll give a few minutes. So if I had that music that was like do 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 do, that would be perfect. But I don't, so I'll sing it. Hope everyone's doing well. Again, nobody's on yet, but if you're watching it back, I hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's staying safe. I hope I don't have anything weird in the background. Go up. Besides my plant, something's kind of happening to it. I'll figure it out. We have a viewer. Hi. Again, we'll just wait for more people to come in, and the theme today is the beach. We'll do words that we usually associate with the beach, or we see at the beach, or any of the above. We're gonna give some more time for more viewers to come and play along. So in the meantime, just gonna wait a little bit and for more people to come. And I'm trying to find the comments because I still don't know how to figure this out yet. It's been a few weeks. I'm still slacking. Also, if you hear a cat howling, she's okay. I left her outside of my room right now just because she's a very vocal kitty. So she's okay. If you hear her, she's okay. So again, we're doing beach theme, and I'm Jenna. I do in respite. Okay, here it is. All right. And we're gonna do words that are associated with the beach. Just gonna give a few more minutes because I came in a little bit late on time, so that might have messed up people's schedules. So let's see, I'm gonna move some stuff over so we're safe. Alright, but we'll get started anyway. And yeah, so again, we're doing words that are associated with the beach themed aspect because it's getting really beautiful outside and nature. And like I said, we're going into the summer, rolling into the summer soon. So even though we just hit the spring, so thought it was only relevant. So the first word that I'm thinking of starts with an S. And again, it's beach related. So a word that starts with an S, that right when you walk on the beach, and you step on it, and it has a, it's not dirt, it's not rocks or gravel, but it's a type of mineral, I guess, that is on the ground that we step on, and we could manipulate with our feet, we can manipulate with our hands, we can move it around, we can make castles out of it. Sometimes we have to walk without sandals because it's hot. It's hot on our feet and it burns us. And again, it is a word that is associated with the beach, and it starts with an S, and it's a 4-letter word. and we usually step on it right when we get on the beach. Does anybody know what word that would be? And again, if you're not watching live, you can just pause it, and then when you have the answer, you press play. So you can do it at your pace. And the word that I'm thinking of is sand. It's sand, and sometimes sand gets so hot, it burns your feet. You gotta wear sandals, but it is very hard, I must say, to wear sandals and walk on the beach at the same time. But there are people that do it. I promise you. I've seen it. I've tried it. Again, we're doing the beach themed words with beach theme. So now that we just did sand, how about we'll do, so on the sand, there are a lot of creatures. There are a lot of creatures that are in the water, but also in the sand, or in between, or in the wet sand right when the water goes in. And this creature that I'm thinking of starts with a C. And these little critters move sideways. They have the little, I can't even give this hint away because it gives away the word of the critter that I'm trying to convey right now. Starts with a C. It's in the sand. They go out of the sand. They go in the sand. They go sideways. They're red. They're usually red. Or if that's just a stereotype. But they're known for being red. And people eat them. People eat their legs a lot. Can anybody think of the word that I'm thinking of? Again, it's beach, so it's associated with the beach themed aspect, and we already did sand, so now this word starts with a C, and it is a critter that's in the water, that's in the sand, that's in the wet sand, and it walks sideways, and it starts with a C. People eat it. Does anybody know? A crab. It's a crab, which is always the reason that I want to wear water shoes, because I do not want a crab at my feet. It freaks me out. So does anybody, now the next word, does anybody, when they go in the water, because there's some people that just like to go and stay and sunbathe, some like to go in the water. What is the water called at the beach? Starts with an O, and yeah, it starts with an O. The word for water, it's salt water, actually, and in this grand water body of water, it takes up the largest aspect of the world, of Earth. There is so much of this it's water. Starts with an O, and it's at the beach. Does anybody know the word that I'm thinking of? An ocean. And then in the ocean, there are waves. I'll just say the word. There are waves in the ocean, and when the waves come in to the sand, and then they go out of the sand, and then they go in, what is that called? It starts with a T. And sometimes when people bring their chairs, or they come with their blanket or towel, and they lay out, or they sit out, they have to move back or move up due to this. And it starts with a T. I actually, that didn't do anything. But it starts with a T, and it fluctuates in and out depending on the time of the day, the weather, any of it, really. And it affects how large the sand is, because the water is up so much, or it's back so much, so we have a larger beach, essentially. Does anybody know what this word is? It starts with a T. The word I'm thinking of is tide. And again, we're doing beach-themed words. So far we've done ocean, sand, and tide. The next word that I'm thinking of is it's an occupation on the beach. It's a job that people do that are in shape and they're trained. They are there to save people's lives if they're drowning. You usually see them with sunblock on their noses, and until they see white on their nose, or they're running around, keeping in shape, ready to save people's lives. Does anybody know what this position is at the beach? Currently, there are none right now because of everything and stuff, so hopefully nobody's getting in the water, being dangerous in the water. But who are these people that... Lifeguard! Yes. Thank you. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. I miss you so much. I really do. So the next one I'm thinking of is another critter that's in the water, that's in the ocean. We hope that this one doesn't go on near the shore or any of it in the ocean. They make a lot of movies about this creature. It starts with an S, and they're known for being vicious and evil, even though they're not, but people have that misconception that they just want to attack all of us, but they are very dangerous if you do go near one. So I do understand the fear behind it. They have big, sharp teeth. They usually have 2 layers of teeth. And it's like a huge, sometimes they're small, but they're not. They're usually big creatures, not animals, but creatures in the water that could bite your arm off. And any of that. Usually it attracts blood, it gets attracted by blood. So if somebody goes in the ocean with a cut and there is this creature around in the water, which we hope it doesn't happen, then maybe it'll come. It also has a fin on the back of its body, and when it swims up by the water, you can kind of see the fin, and it goes in circles sometimes, and again, they have a lot of movies about this. What I'm thinking of is a shark. You don't want to cross a shark, but at the same time, people swim with sharks, and they love it, and I love that people that love it, because that's amazing. That's so good for them. I am not one of those that would swim with the sharks, but I'm happy for anyone and everyone that experiences it. And then just tell me all about it, so I can experience it through you, and I don't have to do it myself. So the next creature, I guess, I'm going to just stick with the creatures for a little bit, that's in the ocean. They're kind of goofy looking, but a lot of creatures are goofy looking in the water. Not to be rude, they have feelings too, but it stings you. You get stung by it. It kind of looks like this. I don't know how else to describe it. It is squishy, gooey, and it has electrical currents that just kind of sting you, and it hurts really, really bad. They have home remedies, which, who knows which work, but does anybody know of the creature that I'm thinking of that's in the water that you have to watch out for sometimes, and it stings you, and it goes like this? I don't know if I'm doing it, but I feel like it feels right. So, does anybody know of which creature that is? I don't know, give it some time. And my computer right now is lagging a little bit, so I'm watching myself like after the fact, and I just watched myself do this, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm doing it, And I hope you guys got the clue. I hope you're getting it. Again, we're doing beach themed. So it is a jellyfish. I definitely don't want to go near jellyfish. That is for sure. And I don't know anybody that swims with jellyfishes. And I don't know if jellyfishes is a term that is, or if it's just jellyfish or jelly. But anyway, on the beach, sometimes people will try to catch fish. What hobby, I guess you could say, is that? Where you throw a hook into the water and you wait until you feel something, then you pull it in. What kind of sport, what kind of hobby is this? Usually you're on a boat, but sometimes you don't have to be on a boat. You could be on a boardwalk or anything. And then you get fish. Does anybody know what I'm thinking of? I'll give another hint. It starts with an F. And, yeah, it starts with an F. And you get the fish, you reel it in. I always feel really bad when I do this because I always get a little fish and... Yeah, I could say that. I didn't give it away. I always get a little fish, and it's too small to, like, take home. Then I gotta unhook it, and the poor thing's just, like, flapping around. I gotta toss it in. It's kind of a traumatic experience for me. Does anybody know what I'm thinking of? Fishing. It's fishing. It's definitely fun and stuff, but it's not for me. Fishing, you see a lot of fishing at the beach and in the ocean. So this is another like hobby, I guess. This is more a sport on the beach, on the sand, that people play with a net. And you could play with teams of 2, you can play with teams of more. But they hit the ball back and forth from the net. So there are 2 teams, and it could be even one-on-one, at one-on-one. And you hit the ball over the net. And you just keep doing it until one team either hits it out of bounds or scores a point, which is a point if you hit it out of bounds. Does anybody know what game and sport and hobby that this is? Again, beach-themed. It starts with a V, which is very interesting because I feel like not many words start with a V, so it's always really fun to have a word that starts with a V. And again, it has a ball and a net, which a lot of things do, but it's not ping pong. It is on the sand. And you serve it, you could bump it, you could bump the ball. It goes up in the air, you could spike it. There's so many things that you can do. You could set it. Volleyball. You could play volleyball on the beach, on the sand. Which actually makes it harder to run on the sand. It's very hard to run on the sand. It's very good exercise to even just walk on the beach, even. And now, this word that I'm thinking of starts with a T. And it's another term for sunbathe. And people will lay across the sand, or, well, they don't want to get sandy, but they put their towel out, or anything, a chair, and they just let the sun hit them, and it starts with a T, and their skin changes colors. My skin doesn't really change colors besides turning red and sunburn, but a lot of people can get a different shade of color due to the sun. Does anybody know what word I'm thinking of? And it starts with a T. Usually you could put oil on yourself, but I don't recommend that. But you can do that, and you get a darker shade of crispy. Some people even go in the winter, they even go and get this done in a place and they go in a bed. So, but again, the more natural way at the beach, and it's beach themed. So, does anybody know of the word? And it starts with a T. It's tanning. Tanning. Like I said, like tanning, I can't personally experience, so maybe that's why I'm a little biased towards it, but people can just lay across and get a different color skin tone. And they say that there's like a whole thing in, I guess, the beauty world where people want to be tan and people want to be darker skinned because it, I don't know, it looks good, I guess. I don't know. The next word I'm thinking of, again, we're doing beach themed, is, let's see. So there are people that come around they try to sell things, and they come around with a little cart, which is really hard to pull in the sand. So they're working hard, and they are working, and they're walking around trying to sell things. They're trying to sell water and all of the above. So can we think of this type of dessert that's at the beach that starts with an I, and it's 2 words, and it usually, it's like the same thing that comes in a truck, but they take the truck and they put it in the little bin, the freezer bin that they carry around, and they have all these different types in a bag that you could take out, and then it's on a stick. Starts with an I. It could be 2 words, but it could also be, there also could be, I guess, another dessert as well. So, what dessert in the beach that we could think of? I know this was my favorite part when I was little. I used to love getting this, because it always would taste so good because it was so hot, and then that was so cold, and the combination of hot and cold, it was always exciting. And then to the rush of eating it before it melts, oh, there's nothing better. Ice cream. We have ice cream. We also could have ices or Italian ices, but ice cream is what I'm thinking of. And it's always really cute when the kids have it and it melts in their hands and it's all over the place. I'm sure it's not cute for the parents, but it's cute watching. I will give that. The next word I'm thinking of, again, it is beach themed, and it starts with an L. And it's usually worn, most of the time, always, worn near a body of water or in water. And it helps you float. Sometimes you wear it when you can't swim. Sometimes you wear it when you just want to be safe, or you wear it just for protocol reasons. And it helps you float, and you wear it around your body, and it prevents you from drowning. Does anybody know what I'm thinking of? Again, it starts with an L, I believe. Now I'm second guessing myself. It does it sound? Yeah, it does. And it usually is worn like a vest. It's like a vest that floats. Does anybody know? 2 words, I believe, or it's just like 1 word that's like squished together. Lifeguard, yes. I don't know if I'm getting any comments. So please bear with me if I don't seem like I'm answering anybody. I'm just not getting them. But I did get that one, lifeguard. It is a lifeguard. Oh, well, no. It was a lifeguard. I don't know if I'm getting it. Okay. That one is a life jacket when you're wearing it like a vest. I don't know if I'm getting it now. Life vest, yes. Life vest, life jacket, life vest. And again, I'm sorry if I'm not responding to your comments. I might not just be seeing them right now during the live, but don't be discouraged. Keep commenting, and then when people rewatch it, when it's not live, they'll see the comments, and they'll help. Everybody will be engaged that way. We'll do a few more, because I came on a little bit later today, which I am sorry about. So we will do another word, and it starts with a D. People sometimes don't just want to jump in the water. They want to They want to jump in the water with their head first, and they just want to go right in. Does anybody know what word I'm thinking of that starts with a D? It's a 4-letter word. And I personally go in really slow and steady, and it's cold experience, and it's very hard and tough, but then when I'm in, I'm warm. But these people that go in, they just jump right in head first, and then they're good to go. I definitely will work on that, because that seems like the more appropriate approach to going into the ocean. Does anybody know the word that I'm thinking of that starts with a D, and you just jump right into the water head first, or however first, hands first, but towards the head? The word is dive. Dive. You dive into the water, and all of the above. So, people like to ride the waves. This is a sport. It's a professional sport. A lot of people play it in Hawaii, in California. Those are 2 big places here that we do it. And it's riding the waves on a board. And they stand on it, and they go, and they ride it. It's pretty intense. It's pretty crazy. It's very, very interesting to watch. Very admirable to see somebody with such amazing skills. Again, they stand on this board and they ride the waves. Does anybody know what sport, a hobby, interest, what that's called? And it starts with an S. See, I was trying to see if I can get the comments on my computer, but I can't. I don't know what's happening. Surfing. Oh, sorry. Surfing. A lot of people go surfing, and it's pretty cool. I wish I could surf. That would be so fun. And I'm sure it works out the core muscles and all of the fun stuff. But I'm sure you get wiped out a lot too, which does not sound fun. Let's do one more. We'll do one more. Speaking of water, when you go in the water and you want to be able to breathe, but you go under the water you want to stay in the water and you don't have to come up for air, you kind of wear a little tube, and it goes up. It's not that big usually, and it gives you the ability to breathe the air while you're in the water. And usually you're doing it to just take a little look. You're not going too deep in the water. It starts with an S, and it's a silly word. It sounds very silly when it's said out loud. You wear goggles, and the goggles, that has the tube. And you're in there, and you're looking at shells, or you're looking at the water, you're looking at the fishes. Little fishies. What activity is that? Usually people do it on vacation, when they're in clear water. And again, it starts with an S, and it's a silly word when you say it out loud. It sounds very silly. The word that I'm thinking of is snorkel. Snorkel, yeah, snorkeling. Exactly. Which is very fun. I love snorkeling. It's a very nice activity, I might add. So that was the beach theme, and very excited for beach weather. We're not quite there yet, but it's approaching. And being out in nature is always very nice, and we have it right in our backyard here. So I hope everybody's staying safe, and all of the above. So it was fun today, guys, and I'll see you again.